Did you know that your plan might look perfect on paper, but if it does not align with God's timing, it is going to exhaust you instead? Sometimes it is not the goal that you have that is the problem. Rather, it is the method and the timing that is the issue. I'd like you to look at the story of Paul in the book of Acts chapter 16. He had a goal that was perfect. He had a goal that aligned with God's purpose upon his life. And the goal was simply to preach the gospel. But the timing where he had planned to go to preach in Asia was wrong. Because at that moment, God's timing, God's flow for Paul's life was for him to go to Macedonia. And Paul going to Macedonia, in the middle of his journey, God turned him around. And Paul adapted to the situation. And it was through his journey to Macedonia that the gospel reached Europe. And that was the turning point. That was the beginning for the gospel in Europe. If that had not happened, what I'm simply saying is, you may have the right goal, but your method and your timing are just not aligning with God's flow. And now it's time for you to adapt. And you may have chosen a degree course for yourself, a career course for yourself, a job for yourself, but you keep having all these difficulties. You keep having all these challenges. And rather than thinking, why, what is going on? Why am I failing? It's time you start asking, what is God redirecting me to? And it's the same thing. You have relationships, and time again, you are in the relationship, you are out of the relationship. You are friends today, you are not friends tomorrow. And you keep forcing people who have already done their job in your life to stay. And God is probably redirecting you to a different direction. Adaptability, being someone who can adapt and pivot, have actually been shown to be one of the biggest predictors of successful people. Learn to adapt. Learn to adjust. You need to learn to surrender your desires to the timing and the method and the flow of God. It's no longer just about, I'm going to keep forcing. If your methods are not aligned, if your timing is not aligned, you will be frustrated. So surrender to God. Align with His flow.